Well, I just want to tell you how proud I am of you. And I see you as this flower that has bloomed in the most beautiful way. Like the joy that comes out of you, the light that comes out of you, the words that come out of you. And you started, this very closed little flower when you got there. And watching you bloom over these months has been really extraordinary. So I acknowledge you for what it took for you to get to that place. It was not easy. And I am so proud of you. And it's just been beautiful to witness. And I am excited to continue to see that in you.
So I compared my year at MPA to a bar of chocolate because I enjoy every piece of it, and when it's finished, I want one more. Spiritual growth. In the beginning, it was a really new concept about yoga and meditations, and because I wasn't very flexible, so some postures like sitting on my heels, that was really difficult. But as I improved, I was able to hold these postures better. And it's still a challenge to focus and sit steady. But if I really apply myself to the activity, it's much easier to concentrate.
At a certain point, Karam, one of my MJs, he said that the effort you put in is what you get out of it. And then I started just putting in 100%. I was like, okay, doesn't matter. I'm just gonna try it, And then I started in putting so much effort, and I realized that what you do is like, the more you do, the more effort you put into it, the better you'll feel afterwards. The effect will get bigger. So if you're like very low on energy and you're like, oh, I want to do this, and you put in the effort, then you'll get the energy out of it.
I'm super happy to see the presentation. It's like it's such a transformation, like what you see, like how they get there, and it's like amazing. Now I wonder like what's like how life transformed, not just for Gurudem, but for all the family, and kind of looking forward. What's the future, like because it set like so high standards, and it's really fascinating to think what's going to be developed in the future. So I'm super happy. I love you very much, Gurudem, and I'm super happy that I'm going to see you in 3 weeks.
Yeah, you just gotta wait to see how much I actually change, because this is just a little bit of how much I change.
It took like lots of practice, but I still very proud of myself because I really did it, and it was quite good.
But when Ricky came, you spoke very little English, very difficult to communicate. So that's a whole extra hurdle and challenge that Ricky faced at the beginning. Just learning how to communicate, obviously for academics, that was a big challenge. And she used her translator in the class to really learn the vocabulary, and is doing really well. I mean, it's a huge improvement in English, but that just also made other social challenges when you can't really bond with your roommates and the other classmates because you can't understand each other. So it was a very, I would say, lonely experience at first, right? And that was really challenging. And I can see, I mean, I was very impressed with Ricky the whole time, because even though there was a challenge, she still found what to appreciate. You appreciated the freedom at MPA, right? That you had a little more freedom than the Chinese school system. You could express yourself in your journal. You always kind of clung on to the things that you could appreciate and not just the things that were challenging.
That was a really nice presentation, Jazzy kind of thing. Yeah, it was really nice. See insight what you're doing. I always ask him, how's your tabla coming along? How's your kirtan? He's very vague,
Yes.
So it's nice to see the little snippets of videos are really helpful.
Yeah.
Japjit, when he was here, we used to do sadhana in the mornings once a week, and yoga classes. Mum used to do it on a Friday, and it was like dread time coming after school. Come on, you're gonna go to yoga class. I'm not going. Why do I have to go? And then earlier on, like I think it was later on last year, he goes, "I love yoga." I went, what? Hang on, huh? What's going on? Who's this guy? Do you know what I mean? Total transformation. No.
Take Red，你很棒。
Take Vic, you're awesome. I would like to thank all the teachers taking care of Tech Vic. The school will give him the best for him.
TechVed is always so dedicated, and it's so beautiful to see him grow in his skills and also develop a beautiful, beautiful singing voice. It's a gift that you have, and I hope you can give it to the world and develop it more and more and more. Your dedication is really beautiful to see. Satnam.
Thank you for coming to my presentation. And as you can see, my time at MPA has been like a hard kriya with Karam, because there were many difficulties, but I dealt with them and enjoyed the rest of my time here while I could until the summer break. I would like to thank my MJs for supporting me throughout the year and allowing me to have a good time here at MPA. I would also like to thank my guests who have taken their free time to come to my presentation and listen to how I've improved throughout the year. Thank you. Yes.